Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai with a scramble for the Far East mod. Last time around we defeated the Americans. And so far, the Americans are gone. Well, we can't see them anywhere. So the presence have been very much reduced in the area. And with the numbers of troops I have, it seems like we'll be able to push them quite far. But as that is unfolding down here in the south, up in the north, the Prussians are back at it again. So we've got two Prussian forces coming up through the main road, and we have another force that is coming through the woods, and they're all planning to retake their capital, which they've lost over here. There's also Prussian forces coming down from the north, marching down this road, possibly going to Fukushima, might bypass it and just focus everything over here. What I've gone ahead and done is I've hidden my commander here, Boris, in the forest. So as their armies pass by, I'm hoping to ambush them and destroy at least one of these forces. Now I'm hoping that the bigger one is going to move into the trap, so I'll be able to destroy that rather than the smaller one. Doesn't matter though, as I'll be able to hopefully defeat both of them. And then I'll keep this army for now inside the castle. Soon also I have recruited enough elite troops and I've started recruiting dragoons. So soon we'll hopefully see the new cavalry once, of course, I'll be able to ship it over to Japan, which is going to take a while, but hopefully that'll be happening pretty soon. With all of that said, there's not much I can do this turn, and since the entire thing relying on the enemy walking into my trap, we're going to go ahead and end turn and see what the enemy comes up with. No Americans have turned up during the end turn. Well, that is not correct, in fact. One assassin turned up, and he attacked and wounded the American traitor, which was put in command of this army right here. He showed himself, so we're gonna go ahead and assassinate this agent, and down he goes. What I want to do is I want to figure out a little bit over here. As we can see, the... Oh, here's a full stack. I want to see. I want to send more people over here. Do I have... Cavalry is soon on the way. That'll be nice. And we should build... I should also say here that we have gone ahead and let's see, where is technology? Anyways, I was able to get all the technologies now in terms of increase replenishment, so that's very high, and we're gonna go switch over to get the ramming ability, very important moving forward. This should allow me to replenish really quickly. A lot of these are the kind of shit units, so I could easily just go ahead and reorganize by merging units, and that'll put us towards the enemy even faster. Without a general, it's of course mean that this army won't be able to replenish, which is a little bit of a problem, but not a super big one, especially since I've got here almost 3 full stacks, and so far what we can see is only a single American full stack standing in between us and the road to the Americans' capital. Taking that out would be a great victory. Over by the Prussians, or up here in the north, we can see that the Prussians are consolidating, and it looks like they're going for this fort right here. Now, Fukushima is a mighty fortress, and I doubt even the Prussians will go ahead and be able to take it. At the same time, we can see the Prussian force here has consolidated together and will be moving into my trap shortly. The force that was over here, I don't know where they went. I was hoping that I used the courtesan to stop them. They might have just moved into the forest here. I'm just gonna move her to this point right here. With that, I'm still waiting for the enemy to walk into my trap. So we're gonna just go ahead and wait another turn and see if we can't get them to... You know, the thing is, I might be overconfident to try and take on all of these. Why don't I use my assassin? And we'll take the one without a general and try to sabotage it, making sure that only one force will be moving towards us. Did that succeed? I don't know if it did. What happened? Enemy, yeah, it did succeed. So he won't be moving next turn, which means they will only hopefully have to deal with one army. It could be that they... I think even if they're within range, if they're sabotaged, they shouldn't be able to reinforce. Over in the capital, there's quite a bit of bombardment going on here with quite the Prussian navy. I've blockaded the entrances here so that to avoid getting the bombard the harbor. The thing is, they've got a massive presence here. There's not just this. There's also an American fleet, and then there's another mightier Prussian fleet hiding where I cannot see it. So definitely gonna keep an eye out on that. And then I just want to show that I do have some dragoons, Moscow dragoons being recruited. Loads of elite troops and some Vladimir. Also, all the wounded people end up here, so we've got 2 military advisors that have ended up over here. Which have trained some of these guys to make sure that they've get some rank. So some of these units have got some extra rank, which is nice. Also, because the province is highly effective, they have improved melee accuracy and charge in this region, which is great. Hopefully we'll be getting more dragoons and heavy cavalry and lots of other nice stuff coming out of here. But with that, we should go back and we should end turn and see the Prussians move into my trap. Not what I had expected, not what I had expected at all. The Prussian navy attacks. I do say, even though they have the numbers advantage with 10 ships against my 5, they only have 3 of the armored ships, of the ironclads. These wooden ones will go up in flames pretty quickly, and I don't even know where they got these old ships from, but they'll sink like nothing. The only thing there would be possibly hard to actually hit them because they're so small. Right, we'll have a naval battle, but then I want my ambush battle. The very silly Prussian general is actually on board this ship right here. So this is actually the admiral ship, if you take a look. So this is their general. That guy right there. And then they've got the matchlock one over here. It's already taking fire from my ships, which I have set to fire explosive shot. And they've already hit them quite bad. Also, you can see how poorly they've formatted their line of ships, where they're all coming in a line straight at us. I'm surprised we haven't blown this thing sky high already. What I want to do is I want to actually set them to reverse. I'm gonna take control of this one and I'm gonna see if I can't. It's probably easier just to blast this way. Just fire down the line of the enemy ships. I'm so surprised that we haven't blown this thing sky high. We just threw a few guys off. Oh, there we go. A shot actually exploded and they're abandoning the little dinghy. The old matchlock infantry. There's a few guys here don't know really where they want to go. And the last man has abandoned ship. The Admiral, though, is steaming forward.
Your general is in terrible danger.
And it's the bomb throwing. Oh, now that one goes set aflame as well. Now we do have the lead enemy ironclad. You know what? Full speed ahead again. We want to be within range of these guys. They're kind of bunching up. I had a battle with I didn't show. It was a small naval battle, so I didn't feel necessary to show it. But the thing was so funny because we were maneuvering in a way, and then the one of their ironclads, the enemy's ironclads, went for the ram. So he started the ramming ability. They're all targeting my admiral, which I don't like. We're gonna back off a little bit. So he started the ram. The thing was, when you go into ram, it's kind of locks the ship in place, so it cannot move while it's ramming. And so he was stuck on a course, and I moved my ship so it just passed right by it. And instead of hitting me, he just went straight into one of his own ships and sunk it because he rammed it. Let's see if I can't get some good shots off here. I don't know if the thing is, there's an advanced armor-piercing shot, and I think that is probably what I might want to do. Right now, I'm not sure the current ones are that effective, so that's why we're shooting explosive shot, hoping instead to set the enemy on blaze, set them on fire, like we did here, especially now when there's quite a few wooden ships. So I've set both of these on fire, and then I'm hoping to hit these and set them on fire as well. Because I noted that, ooh, my admiral is taking heavy damage from enemy. They're all concentrating on my admiral. It looks like their ironclads are no longer firing on the admiral, so that's good. Can I get that ship to explode? That would be nice. Given that they're burning, I'm surprised they haven't started exploding. Yes, this is what I want. Their ironclad is on fire. Where are you going? Can I get another hit on you? If I had a ramming ability now, be able to ram the bastard. Oh, just as that flame, this one is coming a bit too close. I'm worried that he might try to ram us. He's kind of set towards this one. Oh shit, I think he is gonna ram. Yeah, he's ramming. Oh shit. Turn, turn, turn. To have him pass in between. Yes! Yes, that's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. So roughly, that was what I did in that previous battle that you guys unfortunately didn't get to see. It was a small battle, so it wasn't that important. But that was exactly how I maneuvered, and instead then of going out into nowhere, the bastard went straight in to a friendly ship and sunk it. Right. You know what? Why don't we try to surround their fleet? They've concentrated it right here. Let's not worry about this one, because now he's surrendered. Hopefully he'll burn to crisp. Let's surround them and set them ablaze from multiple angles. They're content with sitting there, so I want to just go ahead and circle my ships. Get around them. They're all kind of concentrated there for some reason. Interesting strategy, because on other times I've fought the enemy, they usually are more aggressive, like we saw with these two ships. Sitting
Your
like this,
general is
sitting
under
like
attack,
this,
sir.
they might actually shoot at each other. I've noted that with a number of my own ships anyways. That they have a tendency to shoot at each other instead. Let's see if we can't get some good shots exploding there. We are laying a lot of shot into them. If I had a ram, I could have just concentrated all ships kind of going that way. That would have been a risk of me ramming my own. And now I'm behind. Maybe I should hit this one instead. See if I can set him on fire. Boom, and I did. We're gonna hold here. Back up a little bit. We're in a position here where these ships cannot fire upon us because we're behind them. You can stop. And you can stop. Ooh, we've got flame and they're all kind of routing now. And a large part of their fleet is either surrendering or on fire. This is how I turn the war on the high seas around for Mother Russia. Fire the guns! Perfect shot as well when it explodes like that. Killing crew that exposed on deck. And hopefully causing fire damage as well. The little one is... so far no one of them has catastrophically exploded, which is a little bit sad. I will continue and pursue them or destroy them. We'll pursue the ones that are trying to retreat, and we'll make sure that we have a complete victory by destroying all the vessels. But yes, a nice naval battle, but now onwards to my ambush. Give me my ambush. And here we have the result of that battle. The enemy deployed 10 ships against our 5. They lost 5, and 4 of them were captured, with 1 remaining. That one last ship managed to get away. But we were able to capture quite a few ships. I'm quite certain that one of these is probably one of the ones that were completely ablaze. So I was quite surprised that this one was captured. I don't know exactly which ship it is, but going back looking at the replay, I might actually find out. Would be hilarious if it's the one that was sort of completely just a bonfire. Very nice though, we were able to capture 2 of the enemy's ships, so that's increasing on my total limit on ironclads because it's captured ships. So my fleet goes greater, which is very nice. Stupid Prussia. I hope you walk into my trap now. That would seal the deal and make this a great video.
Victory is assured, sir!
Here's the result of the siege of Fukushima, where the Prussians brought 5,700 men against 4,000. They tried to force their way into the castle, which cost them 5,500 men, leaving only 185 left after the battle, while the Russians only suffered about 25% casualties at 1,300, leaving still 2,600 to 2,700 men left to defend the fortress afterwards. When it comes down to the highest killers, we've got infantry in the top with 600, 500, 400 and 384. There's some levy and so on. Quite high numbers indeed for these troops, gaining lots of experience. And not only that, because of the fact that the commander at Fukushima did so well in the defense, we're going to promote him and make him a proper general. Chaplain Gordon is back in action as he's recovered. Of course, he'll be situated back at the capital, so we won't have much use for him over there. Army distracted. Doesn't matter. Army harassed though, that's a bit worse. Garrison distracted. Assassin detected. That was our assassin, right? Army distracted, enemy detected, and we have autumn. Okay, so they harassed this army down here. Luckily enough, they didn't try to go and kill the general. Would have left me without generals here. Now the assassin is not as important as this high-level military advisor, so I would rather murder him than go after this guy, Alvin. Like a chipmunk. It's probably just as useful. Ah, the assassination failed. However, he still gained rank from that. I'm gonna get you then to kill this assassin in single combat. Let's see how that works. Oh, Alvin the Chipmunk goes down. I want to scout a little bit more, or maybe I want to take out this guy, actually. It's probably more important than having him harass. Not entirely sure. The enemy navy of the Americans is within here. I wonder if it's a Dutch ship then. Or what this all commotion is, all this bombardment. We should be able to push through here and take this. And possibly even push on to here. The Americans are sure to try and sue for peace once we do that. As we go north, the remnants of that Prussian force, a voluntary unit and a 10-pounder mortar. The assassin could go ahead and attack them, but I think these guys are probably just going to die due to winter attrition. They're not going to make it back across the border, I doubt. Okay, so they managed to get around my ambush. Not only that, they were able to get these guys through the woods and are ready to reinforce this army, which is not good at all. Now, I could go ahead and ambush and do, or not ambush, but to sabotage this one, but I figured this one is actually gonna come in to aid this army. So we're gonna sabotage these guys and make sure that they do not join the battle over here. And we were successful. For some reason the ambush didn't trigger. He should be hidden, so he should be able to attack this guy. Now it's a pretty strong army. I like the sound of that. 10-pounder field howitzer. Given that there's I was so afraid of the Prussians, I'm gonna make sure that we are victorious here by bringing in both forces. And destroy them with about over 6,000 men against their 3,500. And here's the battlefield and my battle plan. As we can see, there's quite a hilly terrain on either side. What I'm planning to do is, for this army, we've got the main advanced force, which is these shit tier infantry, which I'm gonna send in. Set up in the forest here. And then we're gonna set Jaegers in this forest and Jaegers in this one. Second line is gonna be the Vladimir Alexandrovich infantry, which is gonna take a point behind the first units on the hill here, hopefully be able to fire above them. And then in the third and last we got the lifeguard sitting on this hill, covering all of it, hopefully. Cavalry in the back to strike wherever needed, and my artillery is going to move out here on the field on this side and can kind of control this side, fire at the enemy. Thing is, I could put them on the high ground here, but as we know, the elevation and what's it called, the depression of the guns is not really low. So even though I would want to set a cannon like here, the depression of the cannon wouldn't be such that I would be able to spray the enemy with canister if they were able to move down to a certain bit here. So they wouldn't be that useful. With that said, let's make sure to toggle guard mode for everyone, and let's start.
Sir, we attack.
Let's get everyone quickly into position here. And the Vladimir infantry. Oh, I got 2 from the reinforcing army. Just gonna have these. And then the guards. And I'm gonna set my general. Right now there's mortar shots landing all over the place. My mortars aren't firing, but they should. I'm just gonna pick kind of 3 random units here to start with, because I need to focus on organizing this. So this one's kind of organized, not just yet. Set these cannons up here. That'll be fine. They're not shooting at my Cossacks, are they? No. I'm gonna put 1 Cossack over in the forest there, and 1 a little bit off to the side here. You will stop. And of all of these forces, we've got about 4 Vladimir infantry. Set them on the hill. And then the rest are these shit tier infantry, as I call them. We'll organize them first like that, but it'll make them into 2 lines. We've quite a bit of artillery, which we should set up just behind here to start with anyways. And then I do believe that we have some light infantry. Oh, we have 1 unit of light infantry. Let's see if we can get them forward. Main line, not much is happening over here, which is okay. Let's see, my mortars. The enemy is moving location. Concentrate fire somewhere over here. We should really be concentrating on the guard units, especially the Hanoverian Guard. There's another Hanoverian Guard, and just completely spray them with shot, shall we? Let's see. Why is everything saying light mortar right now? They're my lifeguard units. Should actually be more like that. Okay, so the shit tier infantry is now engaging with some of the units over there. The angle here is not great. Let's move you a bit like that so you can actually fire up on the enemy. And now with these positions. The enemy is nowhere near where we can fire at them from this position. We will move forward and we'll leave the woods here as well. I think what we'll do is we'll concentrate the Cossacks over here. Right, now we're firing, that's good. And these should be able to fire overhead of the shit tier infantry onto the Hanoverian Guard. You know what? We probably need, even though we like firing over here, I want to concentrate the fire now breaking these units. Because I note this one shit tier unit there is taking a hell of a beating. And we're doing very little damage to that one. Given the position of the enemy, damn. Should I just relocate the artillery to this side? Right now, these guys are getting blasted, so I guess we'll try to get them over here. It's gonna take too long. How come I haven't destroyed you yet? Vladimir infantry to the front, and then these shit tier into 2 ranks over there. And I did gain, we do have a general here and a Cossack unit. My artillery, I'll advance them slightly just to straighten them out a bit. These 2 units will retreat off the field. Are my mortars targeting? No, they're not. I want you... Yes, there. So target this Hanoverian Guard unit and blow it to bits. Gain a little bit of ground and then get the light infantry in there as well. Get a better position to target the flank. Don't like they've been bombarding my guards quite a bit. Are you guys even firing? No, you're not. What are you doing then? I will order you to target the ground in between these 2 units then. Will you fire? Now we get fire. Good. And now I'm hoping to be able to fire somewhere in between here a little bit. Are you guys firing it? Oh, that one retreating unit. The Prussians are moving forward. Let's move the light infantry into that wood. And then the Vladimir infantry will cover from behind, roughly like that. And second line will hold fire. And we'll actually move to take the hill there, hopefully cover the Prussians, and then these 2 will be reserved back here with the Cossacks sitting on this hill. The Prussians have moved over here and they're no longer within the range of the... Oh shit, they're going straight for that. Just fire whatever. Oh, the Hanoverian Guard made a charge. The Cossacks should be able to wipe this one out. They're going hard on this side, and they're gonna slaughter their way through these troops. There is not much for it. We're just gonna completely run away here. Run away, run away. There's no way we can stand against all those Prussian troops, so I'm gonna give as much ground as possible. We're gonna re-establish lines. Look at all the infantry I lost here by that Prussian charge. Why don't you set up in the forest over there, and then we'll see about re-establishing some kind of line through there. I might be able to get a Cossack around if I push him straight through there. What's going on this side? Not much. Oh, they're firing on my Cossacks. God damn it. My artillery has managed to get over here, but at this point, all the enemy units have moved in a completely different direction. Ah, the Jaegers were sent off. Switch to canister and stop whatever's coming forward there. That's the enemy general. That's sending off my Jaegers. And he's coming straight for my artillery. The idiot. Oh, I can't depress the guns that far. I'll have to wait until he comes into this range. Oh! It all went into that general. Oh no, it wasn't the general. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the general. God damn. My general has revolvers. Should be able to shoot that guy down. Okay, I want as much firepower as possible down upon these idiots. Okay, the Cossacks didn't go anywhere. The enemy soundly destroyed all my guys on the hill. My Cossacks, let's see if we can't coordinate all the Cossacks back there and hit the enemy from behind. Let's have the Jaegers take most of this. We need to concentrate more troops. I'm gonna send these and the guard to join the fight over here. They're concentrating all of it here. Right now, though, we're firing so much flank fire into them. I want you to go ahead and start firing out of these guns again. And the Jaeger unit, what's left, is going to set up there. It's going okay here. The Cossacks made it through. So now concentrate all the Cossacks here. Given that the enemy general fell, charging my cannons, we should see about... Ooh, let's see. Can I get through here and then charge across? And then have the guards sit on this side and shoot at everyone who comes across. And then we'll concentrate all this infantry like that. And we should be able to deal a defeat to those grenadiers. Ooh! Charge the grenadiers! Charge the grenadiers! And my guards shooting up the flank. The rest of my infantry shooting up the flank. We've got Prussian troops retreating. Oh, they're charging. But they're pretty low on morale, and they're not really being supported that well. Okay, all of these guys on this side. And then these guys will wheel in to fire. I can get the Cossacks in to charge them in the back. My charge is working, and we're holding them in place while these units are firing into their sides. And we repel the charge, although at a heavy cost on both sides, it should be said. Cossacks now coming up from behind. And what I'm going to do is we're going to counter charge to stop them from turning against the Cossacks. So we have a general charge on our side. It's going in at the same time as the Cossacks are coming in. The enemy is firing on them, but they're firing on the ones in the woods. Meaning I'm able to strike. Oh, nasty volley right before we got into melee there. But I managed to fight off most of the Prussians.
Triumphed over the enemy.
Same with the Prussians over here. There's no point in continuing to fire. And I'm ordering a general advance across the field. Those cannons were never even deployed, and now it's just a melee over here, which we need to send over the general to support. Cossack units, there's only one left, I guess. guess there's difference between the two. They survived, and so did all my infantry as well. And we should be victorious. What am I missing? What am I missing? The general arrived just as the battle is won here, and all the Prussians are running over the hills and far away. What is... Oh! A single cannon. Let's go get it. Very nice battle. Good destruction of the Prussian army. A lot harder for... Now the mortar starts to fire. When my infantry is advancing in that area. Really good battle. And the only problem, or the only kind of worry I have, is that the replay will be screwed over, because I've noticed that the I believe the last two replays were screwed over. The last one in the previous video was screwed over so much that in the replay I actually lost the battle, which was quite interesting. Hopefully this one will work out just fine. And there we go. We are victorious. We won the battle. Quite heavy cost on our own troops, but that is to be expected when fighting the Prussians. Here we have the result of the battle. The enemy deployed 3,500 men, and we deployed almost twice as many at 6,400. We lost half that force, roughly. 3,000 men lost on the Russian side, while the Prussians lost 2,800. However, out of total, that means that only 671 Prussians are left compared to 3,000 of ours. But there's still enemy forces around. Although now we took down the general, it's the important part. Oh, we lost a unit. But it's not too bad, and with the replenishment rate being increased as it is, I'll be able to replace a lot of these losses, and we'll come back a lot quicker, and we'll be able to take the war to the Prussians instead of the... And also, I think, really, reducing the amount of artillery I have is probably... would be quite prudent. I don't know if... I mean, in terms of kills, they do very poorly. Now, these ones are the ones that I never really deployed. But even the ones I deployed, here we can see, very low kills. But I think there's still a morale shock thing that works out really well for them. But definitely might limit the amount of artillery I have. As extra infantry might very well be needed given the high losses I procure against the Prussians. Oh, and we even get a mark of that. Nice. Could follow up here. The risk is of units getting utterly destroyed, but it would be nice to savage and destroy this one here in the woods. Which would only really leave this force, and I don't think that one would take us on. The thing is, I don't think any of these would take us on. So this one can go back in the fort, and you can sit right there. We've got great replenishment rate. Everything will go just fine. Oh, I have already done that, so unnecessary. With that said, this might be a long episode because I've talked so much and we did 2 battles. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.
I fear your general is in mortal peril, sir. Your victory is close, sir.